Okay, I got something to tell you guys about the simple thing about changing spark plugs in the 1997 Mitsubishi minicab. Um, I was going to change the spark plugs. Actually, I changed the spark plugs and thinking it was pretty easy. It's not much different than changing a light bulb. But I was having a heck of a time getting to the spark plug to remove them, and I could not figure out what was going on. Every time I stick the socket in, in the slot, it feel tight like I was on the spark plug, and I'd turn it and I'd spin it and spin it and spin it and spin it, and nothing would happen. And I'd try and pull it out, and it would get stuck. And I have to get a pair of pliers and pull this out with some needle nose pliers. I must have spent half a day trying to figure out what is going on, and I would look down and see the spark plug in there. I wasn't damaging anything, and I was just dumbfounded by what was going on. So I got a flashlight and looked down in there, and what I saw was a tiny little structure and all these little cylinders down there. I'm looking down the valve cover, and the spark plug would be sitting in there, right there. But there's a little dent in there. I put my finger down in there, and right about 2 inches down, there was a little divot going across, and I was like, "Oh man, did my valves bend this or something? Is there damage?" But I looked at the next one, and it was the same way, and I couldn't really get my head down on the third one because there's a car structure in the way. So I was like, what is going on here? So basically, what you get, this little indentation across the top, but spinning it, you get something like this, a little dent. It looks insignificant, but only thing I could figure what was happening, and I'm not a professional car mechanic. Maybe this, I changed spark plugs in a Jeep Liberty, and I never had a problem. So they don't have something like this in the Jeep Liberty engine. But what I was happening, I think I was tilting this thing, and that little hump was throwing my alignment off. And then that's why I couldn't pull it out, because I was jammed up into there and jammed down, and this is what made it tight, and I could not figure out what was going on. And this is the only thing I could figure, is that this dent has something to do with this. Like a dent down in there. If you look down, there's like a little dent. So what I ended up doing, I actually slept on it overnight. I didn't figure this out very quick. I think it was 2 nights I was was dealing with this damn spark plug issue. But what I decided to end up doing was take this is another spark plug socket, and I took it to my grinder, and I just started taking material off of it. Basically, I use this little guy right here, and I was just grinding material off. Couldn't tell you how much. I was just doing it by eyeball. And you see that I taped and shrink wrapped these pieces together, because they were coming off. I was trying to get the socket out because it was jammed in the hole. So I don't think I need to do this anymore, but this is what I ended up doing. This is just evidence of troubles I was having. So I got electrical tape and then shrink wrap. But anyway, I took material off this just by spinning it. You can see it's not like a machined operation here. But then I stuck it in, And I was able to get that sucker right out. I was pissed off, but yet relieved and yet happy all at the same time, because I cannot believe the Japanese would do something like that. What is the purpose except to drive an American person crazy with that little dent in there? But anyway, I was I was trying to figure this out. I did see a video. Some guy says, "Oh, you got to go Home Depot and get one of these." But this was not long enough, and I couldn't really turn it. So I think somebody says, of course, it was a different type of Mitsubishi engine, because the spark plugs were being taken off from this direction, from the bottom instead of from the top. My engine is a 3G83 engine, and you basically look down at it and they come off like about this angle. So I didn't know if this might help. I mean, yeah, if you get something like this and an attachment to extend it out, this would work too. But also this works too. You just take material off, probably about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. Just keep taking material off until you can clear that little hump there. And I did see probably most of you guys know about this trick about getting them on so you don't strip out your threads. Use this hose right here. I went to the hardware store, auto parts store, and took the spark plug with me and got a hose that would fit in like so. So basically, I'll be right back. Hold on. So basically, you just get a hose that fits pretty tight over the insulator, push it on, and then stick it down the hole and start spinning it. And it catches like crazy. It's great. Real easy, and like it's supposed to be. But once you get started, you keep turning this until it doesn't turn with this anymore. Then you stick your socket down in there and finish it off tightening it. But that little guy drove me nuts for probably 2.5 days. I thought I was about completing this whole operation, and I ran into this problem, and I just never seen anything like that. And if you use a regular size American socket, it's too much material around there, and this will kind of give you a Chinese finger puzzle problem when you get over that hump, and it kind of gets jammed up in there, not on the nut. So you're trying to turn, you're not really turning anything. It's just you feel tension like you're doing something, but you'll spend 30 minutes turning. You say, oh, wait, something's not right here. And you'll try all kinds of things, and then you kind of pull it out to see, and it's jammed up because it's tilted. And then you lose it, and you end up doing something like this, which is not a bad idea. I'm going to keep this like this. It's not too bad of an idea. But this was just taking off that material right there. Solve that problem. So I hope this helps somebody.